Hi, I'm Carol O, and this is another edition of Lip Smack and Love, and today is Wedded Wednesday. And I want to talk about something that really can build up, and you don't know what's going on, and it can totally kill the love that you have between you. And that's resentment. Resentment is, I think, one of the primary killers of a relationship, totally. And what happens is, in the beginning, we maybe have some little thing and we don't speak up and tell our partner that it either is irritating or it is disrespectful or we just don't like it, whatever. When we don't speak up, we start being a little bit irritated in the beginning at our partner. And it turns into kind of a seething, a low-grade seething inside of us. And you know what it's really about? You're angry at yourself for not speaking up. That's part of what goes on and where the seething comes from. And I know from experience because I used to be the kind of person that didn't speak up. It's been very difficult for me, and I purposefully learned how to do that. And I'm not perfect at it, but I'm a whole lot better than I was. And I know what it feels like to have those things start building up. And they do. Maybe there's just one or two little things. And then as you're together, you're living together, you're forming your habits and trying to create this continuity between two people that bring very diverse backgrounds together. You know, you have everything that you learned in your household. He has everything that he learned in his household with the parents. You bring it together, or past relationships. You're trying to build it up, and you end up with these resentments because you didn't speak up. And sometimes, I think it happens more for women than men, as I've been able to, talk to women about this. Women have this long list of what they want in a man. Men's lists are pretty short. And they're pretty easy to please, whereas most women, they have all these things, and then they have some other things that when we get married, I'll fix that. Well, that doesn't work. That can create resentment building up within him as you try to fix him and change him. And basically, every time you do that, you're saying, you're not okay the way you are. You think he's going to start building up some resentment? So that's another thing that goes on. And it really boils down to not knowing how to communicate. That's the bottom line. And so this stuff that just starts piling on and piling on, eventually you can hardly even see each other and feel each other's energy. There's just this big pile of resentment between you. And that's when you finally just throw in the towel, either by divorcing, or a lot of people just start, cohabitating. Kind of, a couple of icebergs floating along, hoping they don't ever bump into each other. It's not a nice way to go. So I would recommend that you get my book, Marriage Makeover Manual, because there are specific communication techniques that you can build back into your marriage. It really is about making over your marriage. Even if it's sort of just so-so, maybe not. Maybe you don't have real problems. It's just not as spicy as it used to be. These are the kind of things that can bring that spice back. You can't bring the spice back, the passion back, the intimacy back, as long as these resentments continue. You have to get rid of them. You have to. So these communication techniques that I teach in Marriage Makeover Manual and also in Affair Repair, they will help you to start getting rid of those resentments. And the beauty is, at the same time, it creates deeper intimacy. It's magical. So that's a little bit on resentment for today, and I hope you really think about it and notice what you're feeling inside, because if you start paying attention, you'll be able to feel, ooh, I've got some resentment here. And then notice whether it's about them or yourself. So it goes both ways. So that's it for today. I'm Kara O, wishing you lots of lip smacking love. Mwah.